Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another binder admin video. If you watched my mid-year collection update video, I showed you guys these binders, my yeoreum and leeseo binders, and I mentioned how I was going to kind of try and consolidate some of those collections a little bit. And it sounds really confusing, but you'll see what I'm doing in this video. But yeah, basically I'm going to take both of these binders and try to combine them into one big binder, because I'm honestly just I do not like A5 binders for my own collection. I don't know why, but yeah, I've tried them for a while and I just really don't think they're for me. So yeah, I bought a 4 binder that's going to have my leeseo, yeoreum, and my wonhee collections in there. So my first order of business for this whole little project thing will be to take all of the cards out of both of these binders. And yeah, I'll probably do a time lapse of it just because I think that's kind of boring. So I tried filming a time lapse of me taking all of these out of their binders, but I messed up with the footage, so anyways, here are all of the cards. I have them kind of split up into how I'm going to lay them out in the new binder. So I have leeseo, I have her Korean album cards, her Japanese album cards, and her non-album cards. And then I did the same thing with yeoreum. I have her Korean album cards, her also Korean album cards, and then her non-album cards. So the next order of business is going to be taking all of these out of the sleeves that they're in, and I'm going to be putting them in these Cafe 61 by 91 sleeves. There's nothing wrong with these sleeves. I just think that the 61 by 91 will fit much better in the new binder pages. So here are all of my leeseo cards without their sleeves. But yeah. And if you're wondering what I'm doing with all these extra empty sleeves, I'm just gonna reuse those for trades and group orders and stuff like that, so that they're not wasted. So here are all of my yeoreum cards without their sleeves, and my crazy pile of sleeves after all of that for both girls. So now I can go ahead and re-sleeve these with the Meow Cafe sleeves. I opened up I think almost 2 boxes of them. I think like a box and a half. And I have some more off to the side in case I need them. But I think this should be enough here, so let's get started. Alright, now that everything is resleeved, we can start moving them into their new home. So now that that's all over, we can get to the fun part and actually start putting things away. So this is the binder that I bought for them. It's just the Meow Cafe Shop 2-inch A4 binder. It's kind of hard to fit everything on the camera, but yeah. These are the tab dividers that they just released. I thought they would work really nice for this to keep everything more organized. I'm gonna eventually make some collages and put in here since these do have pockets in them, but I need to get some extra albums first. So right here is where wonhee is going to go. So I went ahead and made fillers. Shocker, I never do that. But we'll go ahead and put these in here. I'm honestly not really sure like what order to put these cards in, because with her I'm just kind of like gonna have everything flow, so like some arrows will be on the same page. I don't know if I like that all the time, but we're gonna try it. So I just have like Super Real Me, which is their debut album, starting us off. One thing about brand new pages, it's so hard to put everything in there. So I'm struggling, but we'll get there. But yeah, for wonhee, I'm mostly collecting just like her Korean album cards, and not like the unit ones they do, just like the ones by herself. I think I was gonna maybe put the Target card here. I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna stick it there for now and we can move it later if it looks weird. And then the Weaver's cards. But yeah, I don't have a lot of like non-album cards that I want for her, but I do plan to get like some here and there. It just depends on like what cards are cute and not weird priced, because I don't like overpaying for stuff, obviously. But yeah, there's everything for Super Real Me, and then one of the I'll Like You cards, which kind of bothers me having just one card from the era on here, but we'll see how it looks with the cards actually in it later. And then we'll just do the rest of the I'll Like You cards. Yeah, I think this album has like, I want to say 11 cards. I might be wrong. But they're not all going to fit on one page anyway, no matter how I do this, so. I definitely think I might move some stuff around with this, because I like having the concepts together. And the way that they did this album, there's like the with and the between versions, and each of the photo books have 2 cards, but then there's also that glit version, and it has like little Q&A cards that are the same version, or not the same version, the same like concepts as the photo book cards. So I thought maybe it would look nice to have like both of the photo books and then the matching outfit from the Q&A card. Even though that's not what I put in here right now, but maybe I'll try that out when I'm actually putting the cards in, because I think that might look nice. And then I would just have to go back on the first page and put a different card there. But yeah. And Target. I don't usually collect like all of the exclusives and stuff, but I really liked the Target card for this album and their debut album, so I went ahead and got them both. Well, I actually pulled the Target one for Super Real Me, so that was awesome. But yeah, I think there's Target and Barnes and Noble for but I'm not sure what they look like, so if they're selfies, I'll collect them. If they're concept cards, like the I'll Like You Walmart card, I don't really care about that, honestly. Yeah, I'm not a big concept card person, so we'll see. And then I think this is where Bomb starts. And I'm not really sure what order I want these in. So I just have like the Target card and the merch card, which is like the CAMs. I definitely didn't say that right. CIEMs. But yeah. And they did like 3 versions of the photo book again. So you get 2 cards per concept again. Magic Bomb 1 and 2, Pink Bomb 1 and 2. But yeah, like I keep saying, we can mess around with all of this later when we actually have cards to put away. And I do have a lot of her cards already, but I don't want to put them away yet. So I can make a video storing all of those. But yeah. This is half of the reason I never make fillers. It's so hard to put them in here. And I don't know why I have all of these fillers in here. I must have miscounted. I still have to put the Weaver's cards in. So I'll just set those off to the side. But there we go. So yeah, this will be my wonhee collection. Not a lot going on right here since it's just fillers, but I'm really excited to collect her, and I think her cards are just so adorable. Yeah, here's where I'll keep like non-album cards for her. I didn't put any fillers or anything in here because I don't really know what I'm collecting for her. I think I bought, I don't even know what store it's from. I want to say it's like one of her Weaver's cards from Super Real Me. Someone was selling it with one of her Weaver's album cards from that era, so I went ahead and bought both. So that'll go in here. And then I got a couple of her bomb pre-order cards. I just happened to hold them, so they'll go in here too, I guess. And then whenever I buy in the future, I'm sorry, my voice is like completely shot for some reason. But yeah, and then here is where we're going to put leeseo. So we're gonna start off with her album cards. Her Korean album cards, I mean. So I've got all of those here. And I'm just gonna do like the same thing. Just have like everything flowing together. Because I think that just works better for me. Even though you got eras like mixed up on the same pages and stuff. Because some of these early eras, she didn't even have that many cards. So it just makes sense to kind of mix them all together. Like 11, there's only these 3 cards on the top. And then this is Love Dive. Which has like 4 cards, I think. And then we've got Afterlight. And there's our first page. The backs are so colorful with all the arrows mixed in. Yeah. And then we have the rest of Afterlight on this page. And then I5. And then we've got I have mine. And I got our second page. And the rest of I have mine. And then this one is technically like a US exclusive or something like that. But I'm just gonna put it in as an album card because that's what I usually do with like Target and all that when I have them. And then we'll start our switch. And we got a third page done. And the rest of I switch. And then we've got I have empathy. And this almost worked out beautifully. We almost had like 4 whole pages. But we still have one more empathy card. So she'll start the next page. And I ran out of fillers, so I'll just leave this like this. But yeah, there's my leeseo collection. I think it looks pretty nice like this, honestly. And I like being able to see like more cards on every page. But yeah. I don't know what I was doing here either. I was like half asleep when I was doing this. Because I've got their Japanese cards next. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards for this. I think I must have miscounted or something. I think that was when I was debating if I wanted this in with album cards or not. So I'm gonna stick her on the back for right now. And then I'll put another page in off camera so that she can start the next page. Because I think these were for the Japanese cards. But yeah. Let's start off, I think the Japan album is just called 11 too. Like not 2 the number, but just also called 11. So let's start that there. These cards are just so freaking pretty. And I think this is technically a pop too, but I don't know. I just kind of count it as an album card. I think it's because the Korean one has an ID too. It's like a first press thing. So my brain just wants to associate that as an album card. Now I have Wave here. And Alive. That looks so good. And I like the backs of these too, they're so pretty. And then we have the rest of Alive. And they're about to have a Japan comeback. I think it's called Alright or Be Alright. But yeah, I do plan to collect that too, so that'll go in here after Alive. But yeah. And then here's where I'm keeping Issa's non-album cards that I was collecting. Oops. I don't have very many of them, but now that I've got like an actual collection of it, I guess I might get some more. We'll see. Just whatever is like cute and affordable, I guess. I'm not too worried about it right now because it's kind of broke, honestly. After Eyelets come back, and then I bought some Hearts to Hearts Lucky Draws. But yeah, if there's ever like a time where all my faves are not doing anything, I might go back and grab some older era stuff for her. This is what I used to do. If you're not like familiar with my channel, I used to have her in an A5 binder, and like some eras she would only have like maybe 3 album cards, so I would grab like a non-album card from that era to just fill out the page better. But yeah, now I have an excuse to buy a lot more for her, which is probably not a good idea, but who cares. Her cards are so cute, so I'll be happy to get a lot more of them. So we have one whole page. And then this one's all by itself from Empathy. But yeah, there were actually a lot of Empathy cards that I wanted. So I'm hoping I can go back and find them for good prices. So it was really hard to pick one, and then I saw this and I'm just like, I need that one. Yeah, and then here we are going to put yeoreum. And I did put my little signed page in here just so that I can still have that. It's super special, of course. But yeah, I think her collection actually looks the best in 9 pockets. So when I was like testing this out before I decided to go for it, I like put everything in just to see how it would look. And it looked really good, so I'm excited to see that fully finished. Because I actually used to have her in a 9 pocket like this, like years ago when I started collecting her, but I didn't have that many cards, so I never really got to see how it would fully look. Like, I think I only had like these first 8 cards for so long. And then I finally went back and got everything else like almost 2 years ago now. It was like right before she started blowing up from Queendom and everything. Which I'm glad I did that because now it's really hard to find her stuff. Yeah, there's the first page. Yeah. I think this is where they started doing like 3 cards per era or something like that. And this is Would You Please? And then Would You Stay? And then for the summer, there we go. See, like the backs look so good since there's 3 per era. They're so colorful too. And then this is As You Wish. And then I think Neverland actually has like 6 cards, but it still fits in here really nicely. Yeah, these are all Neverland. There we go. Still looks really nice on the back too. And then I'm just gonna stick the chocolate cards in here with the full group ones. I think that fits pretty well too. Since there's 3 per version. Not 3 per version, but like 3 per era. And then we've got Unnatural. I think this is the same thing as Neverland. There is like 6 cards, but it still works out. And there we go. And then we have Super Yuppers. I miss Chakame so much. Like, if we can't get a full group comeback, can we at least get a Chakame comeback? I need more Idol Yorm. Come on. Start it. This one's actually not sleeved because it doesn't fit in any of the sleeves. But I don't really care too much because it was just like really cheap. So, no big deal. And then we have Sequence, which was their last comeback. But yeah, it's really such a shame that Starship doesn't really like do anything with them at all anymore. Like, I know a lot of them are like acting and doing their own thing, but like, you really mean to tell me you can't do anything musically with them? Like, we had a solo. Nobody else wants to do a solo? Can't make like a new unit or something? I don't know, it just feels like such a waste. Yeah, there's that. And then here I'm going to put her Elsa album cards. Like, speaking of dead groups, rest in freaking pieces, girl. Jeez. I shouldn't really be surprised because I don't think Elsa did that well for how much hype they got. But it's just crazy having that many talented girls in one group, and you're gonna give them some songs that arguably didn't show their talents very well, and then you're just not gonna do anything else with them? Really? Alright. But yeah, I kind of like mixed up the versions here. So you have, I don't even remember what these album versions were called, but you have the first one here. I think this one was like the puzzle version. But yeah, I just thought that was cute because then you have like the concepts kind of together. Yeah, these are both the PLVE version, I think that's what it was. Yeah, there's all of those, and then in the last section here, we'll put all of her non-album cards. Got quite a lot for her, honestly. I really wish I could get more of them, but like everything I can find that's for sale or whatever, I either already have it or I don't really like the card that much. So I guess there's not a whole lot I can add into this collection anymore. Unless Wuju or Elsa come back from the dead. But I'll keep praying on that. I would love a solo from her, honestly, but I don't know if she even wants to do one. I mean, if she does, I'd fully support. But yeah, we need Starship to remember that they have more idols in their company, not just the rookies. Cause like I love Kiki, but we have Wuju too. We have other girlies too. Please do something with them. And I wish we could get like more Starship role interactions too. But yeah. Most of these are from like super yuppers onward. These pops just weren't really much of a thing back then, and Wuju was more active. Yeah, I think these two are broadcast cards. I think most of these other ones are like seasons greetings, maybe some like fan kit things. I don't know. I just kind of get random cards that are cute and I don't really know anything much else about them. Yeah, like that one says Ujung third. So that one's a fan kit card. This one says Be Live on the back. Throwback. Kids these days don't even know what Be Live is. But yeah, there's another page. And then here's a bunch of Elsa ones. Yeah, had I known they were only gonna do one album, I might have grabbed a few more pops, honestly. I was trying to like chill out, thinking, oh, they might have a comeback in a couple months. I'll just save up for that. Well, no. But yeah, it's really such a shame that they didn't get to do more. Because I don't think most of them are up to anything anymore. Like, Lua hasn't had a comeback in a minute. So it seems like their company is focused on the new girl group. I honestly don't know how to say their name, but yeah, and then I don't know what Purple Kiss is up to. Rocket Punch is pretty much disbanded, I think, isn't it? A lot of them have left the company because the company is kind of falling apart. I don't know. Like, they're doing activities here and there, but yeah, I haven't seen anything from half of them, so I don't think they're up to very much. So it's not like they're too busy to have an Elsa come back. I guess there just isn't a lot of interest or something, but I'd be seated. Even if I'm alone, I'd be seated. I don't know why I have an extra filler in there, but there we go. But yeah, that was all of my yeoreum cards. And everything for this binder now. So I'll try to like flip through it, I guess. But yeah, it's like decently full, but there's still plenty of room in here too. Obviously, only like wonhee and leeseo are ever gonna have stuff to put in here at this point, but yeah, so we'll have wonhee up here in the front, and then her non-album stuff would go here. And then we have leeseo. And then we have leeseo's non-album. And yeoreum. But yeah, I love this collection so much. She's my baby. Like, I've been biasing her for like 9.5 years now, which is crazy. And then her non-album stuff. But yeah, so that was everything for this little project. I hope you guys enjoyed my chaos and my rambling, and I will see you guys next time.